10% of markets where nowadays this is 10% of markets, at least in USA, where high pressure preserved food, which is like a fresh food, has a good customers as a premium product. And here, this technology at the first step can serve as the premium product for many devices.
Thank you, Professor Marius, for your answer. And also, could you end the slideshare, Professor Sylvester Joska? Could you stop your screen share? Another question for Professor Witold Wojtkowski. Your GOHAP, which you spoke about, has already passed clinical trials and was used in many animal tests and surgeries. Has it ever been used in commercial scenarios? And how effective has it been? Can you briefly answer this question for us?
I want
to remind the final speaker, could you please end your screen share because the host needs to share their slides.
Okay, thank you for the question. I prepared a written answer on a PowerPoint presentation. I hope it is well seen. How mature is the product? The material is for the moment distributed for free to veterinary doctors. But and it can be sold commercially for veterinary market with our production capacity. But we are now talking with companies that are competent to the market, to enter the market. Yes, we need to sign agreement of distribution. And we are now looking for a company that could take care of distribution because we are not professional in sales and we don't have access to market. So we are open if a company will come to us and will offer distribution. And also because our production scale is not very big, in the case of success of this experimental product sales, then collaborate with us for a much larger scale of production in future. And the second question about the quality of the coating, I only want to show here that it depends on the size of the particle. And if we have very small particle like 60 nanometers, is very uniform. And you can see here the layer, this is very uniform, thick layer, and composed of 10 nanometers particle or 15 nanometer particle, fibers and all structures, and here is 3D scaffolds coated from all sides. So this is quite unique. And another unique question is multi-layer. So you can make one layer of one material, like 15 nanometers, and over that put a new layer of 43 nanometers. Or you can make a hydroxyapatite layer, and on the top of it put a zinc oxide antibacterial layer. Yes. So summarizing, it's only 30 centigrades coating temperature. And so temperature sensitive material can be coated. It is green because we can use water or alcohol or solvent in very short time. comparing to many hours for other precipitation methods or high temperature for plasma or magnetron or so on. And no vacuum needed. And porous material can be coated and the open pores are coated. And membranes can be coated, fibers, 3D printed scaffolds. And the structure of the nanoparticle is the same as produced. The coating process does not change the particle. The layer thickness can be controlled, multi-layer coating. So there are no competitive technology with these properties. And also I would like to add that we have got just recently a certificate that we are doing the synthesis of particle and also the coating process according to the quality management system required for medical devices. So that the reproducibility and the traceability and the quality of the process is under stringent conditions. And adhesion is by van der Waals forces, in my opinion. So, for instance, here is a titanium screw, and we coated it, the layer is shown. When we screw this screw in a bone and then remove it, we see some material removed on the edges of the screw, but on the inside of the thread, the material remains intact. We don't have a, let's say, method. We don't know how to measure, physically assess this adhesion. Here is an example of a polymer membrane which was stretched. And you can see that there is no delamination. The material does not fall apart from the membrane. However, because the polymer is elastic, is plastic, extends, so the layer breaks here. But where the layer sticks to the polymer does not extend so much as this part of polymer here where there is no layer. So it is qualitative, let's say. I don't know how to make a quantitative assessment of the adhesion. Thank you for your attention. If there is additional question, I'm ready to reply.
非常感谢维托
Thank
尔
you, Professor Liokowski, for your response. In the interest of time, it's now 6:30 in China. We will end the Q&A session here. Thank you, everyone, for taking part in the dialogue. I'm sure that there are many questions that weren't answered, but you can submit them to the China Science and Technology Exchange Center. You can get the contact information of the presenters to find out more. And now I would like to invite Mr. Wan Tong from the Division of International Cooperation of the China Center of Science and Technology Exchange to moderate the final part. First of all, I would like to invite Ms. Zhong Jia, Deputy Director of the China Science and Technology Exchange Center, to deliver a speech.
Thank you so much, dear experts, for your presentations, and thank you all of the participants for taking the time to participate in this seminar. We really had a fruitful meeting and it met all of our expectations. We think this meeting is a great success. Why? Because I want to take this opportunity to share some of my thoughts on this meeting. So first of all, the title of this meeting, we used a new material as our focus, and I really think that it was a wise choice because we have a lot of complementary advantages and the resources in the field of new materials. And to have this platform to conduct such discussions is really very timely. And we saw that today our experts shared a lot of insights with our participants. And we also saw that a lot of industry insiders mentioned their needs in the cooperation, and they also pointed directions for future cooperation. In terms of the organization of this seminar, Mr. Jerzy Langer mentioned that on Poland side, they really did thoughtful consideration in choosing their co-organizer, and we have seen so many excellent Polish experts sharing their presentations and their valuable insights. And also during the matchmaking session and the roadshow session, we saw so many wonderful research projects. So we really learned a lot from today's seminar. One thing I want to share with you the most is, in addition to technology or the academic information that we were sharing, experts from both countries both show their determination and enthusiasm in cooperation, and this has really left an impression on us. Both me and my team are very determined to have future cooperation with you and to use science as our technology. I know that our vice president mentioned that to have this virtual handshake is very important. So we are very willing to join hands with you to push forward future cooperation and to benefit people on both sides. And I wish good business and good health to all of you. And I also wish all of our researchers and our experts to have further breakthroughs in science and technology. Thank you. Thank you so much, Madam Zhang, for your wonderful speech. Next, let's welcome Mr. Janus to give us a closing remark. Welcome. Over to you, Janus, for your closing remark.
Yes, okay, I am ready, but I don't know. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. We can hear you. You can stop now.
But you cannot see him. See?
We can hear you, but we cannot see you.
Okay, so maybe it's enough. Okay. Well, let me start with just very personal, how to say, personal remark. And I, for the first time, visited Beijing, China in 1986, a very long time ago. And must say, China was opening itself for scientific cooperation with the world, and was sending, after the shock of Cultural Revolution, was sending many young people abroad for training and experiences the research work. Not to Poland. So I asked, why not? And the answer was, okay, we understand, but we strongly prefer English-speaking countries for obvious reasons. It was a long time ago. I must say that today the situation has greatly changed. Everywhere in the world, also in Europe, including Poland, young generation speaks fluently English. So you may send your students, you may send your young researchers, you may send everybody to visit Poland, to cooperate and to spend some time in our country. China has made amazing progress in science. Everybody knows that. It's fantastic, and everybody is admiring it. And of course, everybody would be happy cooperating with Chinese institutions. And I greatly hope by conferences like this one, like today, we can enhance the possibility to cooperate, because there is no better way to encourage people to cooperate, like making, personal, to say, knowledge about themselves mutually. And so there's no better way than scientific conferences. Together with Professor Lager some time ago, we already agreed that a very good way to promote scientific cooperation with Chinese groups, Chinese institutions, would be to organize conferences also in Poland. And the Warsaw Scientific Society has already offered the Palace, Staszi's Palace in Warsaw as an ideal venue for such conferences, because, of course, online meetings are perfect, but personal meeting is also of great value in cooperation programs. I'm pretty sure that outstanding Polish professors who could contribute today to your conference did great job, and you feel encouraged to cooperate with Polish scientists. Of course, the conference is limited to just very narrow field of research. We have many more.
We will have more cooperations, and we want to turn our valuable insights into practical results in the future. So, best wishes to you all. Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye. I think for the great work, it is excellent idea and excellent organization. Be happy and prosperous in your future work. Thank you very much.
好的，感谢李布尔斯基的院士的精彩总结。
Thank you so much, Janusz, for your closing remark. You mentioned that you want to have off-site meetings, to have person-to-person, in-person meetings in the future, and we want the same. Okay,
Yeah.
so this concludes today's meeting. And just like Madam Zhuang said, this meeting has been very successful and very insightful. So I'd like to thank all of our participants again for your cooperation. And I really hope that in the future we will have more cooperations. And we want to turn our valuable insights into practical results in the future. So best wishes to you all. Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Goodbye, and thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye from Even University.
Goodbye. Bye. Thank you for your time.